Hey-ho, Stampers, Deb Valder here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here to show you this adorable little treat box that I made with the Pop and Cuts die. This is the one I did for Valentine's Day, and this one I just did for an any day occasion kind of thing. So it's very easy, very fast. It's a great way to say I love you without saying I love you. So let me just show you how I did it. The first thing you're going to need is the Pop and Cuts die, and this is the base for the card. It is one of our long ones, and you also need the long plastic plates that go along with it. These right here. Okay, so that's what you need to start with. I ran my cardstock through it. It's not cardstock, it's a designer series paper. It's called the Kaleidoscope designer series paper, and I wanted to do it in black and white and red because I just think that is very Valentine's, okay? So I just ran this through my Pop and Cuts die. You can see here where it has the very fancy edge, and over here it just has the rounded edges with the little slits inside it. And that's what makes this little project very unique. All right, so then the next thing that I did was I took my scoreboard and I scored the short side at, I scored this at 1.5, 2.5, 4.5, 6.5, 8.5, and 9.5. You want to make sure that you get your flat edge going over first, okay? So this is where you're going to start. You're going to start on your flat edge at 1.5 and continue with those measurements I just gave you. And then the way you fold this, the two outside pieces, this one is going to go to the outside, and this one is going to go to the inside, and then these are all just going to roll in. So I'm going to fold it here, and I'm going to roll in, and I'm going to fold here, and I'm going to roll in and fold here. So when you're done, you have this neat, nifty little box. The two that came out, okay, are sitting up on top. And the really cool thing about this is that those little slits hold it just like that. So now you have just this little box that's being held by these two little slits right here. Okay? Now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to make the little box on the inside. Very simple, very basic. It's just a really cute little box. And you're going to cut a piece of cardstock, and I like to use cardstock rather than designer series paper for this part because I like to have it so that it's sturdy, and the cardstock is much sturdier than the designer series paper. So this is cut at 8 by 5 3/4. And on the short side, I scored it at 1 7/8 and 3 7/8. And then on the long side, I scored it at 1 7/8 and 6 1/8. Now, I'm going to take it, I'm going to show you how to cut this because there is a right way and a wrong way. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make our cuts going up both sides here. Can you see what I'm doing? And then I'm going to take and I'm going to cut them the same on the opposite side. So I just turned it 180 degrees. Okay, now I have all my sides cut. Now what I want to do is I want to cut from the outside in. Okay? You don't want to cut this way, you don't want to cut this way. You want to cut from the outside in. Just like this. Okay, from the outside in. And the reason that you want to do that is when you put your adhesive right here on the edge, and I like to do it the whole triangle, this part right here goes in like that, and it just makes for a very nice, clean, and very sturdy box. Okay? So you're going to do the same thing on all four sides. You're going to go from the outside in, outside, in. And like I said, the next step that you're going to do is you're going to take your silicone mat and your adhesive, and you're going to take and put the adhesive on the outside. But like I said, you really want it to be close to the end right here. Okay? You want it to be very close to the end right here. And then you're just going to put your box together, okay, all the way around. And then you want to take and put your little gift together. What you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to put adhesive on these three pieces right here. Not on the two little short pieces, but on this piece, this piece, this piece, and that lends itself to the inside of your box. Okay? So I put my adhesive on here so that when I open it up, here is my great little gift. Okay? I have inside here, I have coffee. And I used, I'll show you the sets in just a minute that I used, but it just all works out really, really well. And then when you put it together, you're just going to take and slide these little pieces right in here. I used my large scallop punch. And you want to do that before you adhere that to the box. That was the one thing I forgot to tell you. What you're going to do is you're going to take and put this together. What I do is I actually put these in here like that. Okay. Then what you want to do is to take your large oval punch and then just center it from side to side, top to bottom, and then punch that out. You want to do that before you put it onto your box. Otherwise, it's not going to end up, your punch isn't going to be able to go into it. So that's just centered side to side. Now let me just show you what I did for the makings of the inside and the outside and the stamping and whatnot. This stamp right here comes from a little set that's in the mini catalog, and it's called Language of Love. And this is the little heart that I used on that one. Okay, so that is for this piece right here. And then what I did was I just colored in, I did it in black StazOn, and then I just colored my little hearts in to pop them. I used my heart framelits for this one. For this particular one, I just happened to use my heart framelits. And that's how I got the outsides of this. And then for the inside, I used my my little ribbon, my little red ribbon for attaching it to the box. And then on the inside, I used a combination of my circle dies and my Starburst dies. And they are just wonderful to coordinate with. Okay, so there's my Starburst dies. And then, like I said, the set that I used for this one is the Perfect Blend. And I just used the two sayings on the top of Perfect Blend. So that's what I used for these two right here. That takes care of this one. For this little guy right here, what I did was I used Watercolor Wonder, my favorite paper in the mini catalog, and I used the stamp set with the coordinating dies for this one also. And this one is just the Starburst sayings. So I have a complete tutorial over on my blog. If you hop on over to that, it's a written tutorial. You can just print it off and you'll have it forever. It's a great little gift to give to somebody, and like I said, for Valentine's Day, it's an I love you gift, but it's not an I love you gift. So I hope you enjoyed my post today. It's a little fun gift. Take care, have a great day, and come back soon.